This is a very quick lesson on Geometry Chapter 1.7 Midpoint and Distance Formula. I gave you two coordinates, A and B, and we're going to find out where the midpoint is, which is labeled in this picture as point M. And what we need to do is you place these values into this formula. This is our first point, so that's x1 and that's y sub 1. And this is x sub 2 and y sub 2. It doesn't really matter which one you pick as first or second. You just have to be consistent. If you choose that these coordinates are the first and these are the second, then stick with it. So you just place the values into this formula. And really what you're doing is you're just taking the average between the x and y coordinates. So there's 3 plus 9 over 2 and 4 plus 8, nice 8, over 2. Well, that's 12 over 2 and 12 over 2. So this is going to be a midpoint, which I labeled as M, as 6 comma 6. Now, does that make sense? Over 6, yep. Up 6, yep, it matches. Now we got to find distance. The distance is how far the length of AB, how far it is between those 2 points. So if we follow the same pattern as the last problem, and I'll move that down, and we'll label this as x1 and y sub 1, and x of 2, and y sub 2. And just place those values into the formula and see what happens. This is going to be 9 minus 3, and you're squaring it. And then you're taking the y values. That's 8 minus a 4, and you're squaring it with a square root over the whole mess. So let's see. 9 minus 3 is 6. So you got 6 squared plus 8 minus 4, that's 4 squared. So that's 36. Whoops, that's off the screen. I'll write that up here. 36 plus 16. Okay. That's 52. Well, that's 4 and 13. I'm starting to run out of space. So that's going to be 2 radical 13. Hang on a second. Okay, so now that we have that result, let me erase this and make some space. So if you have 2 radical 13, that's going to be the same thing as oh, that's their distance, and that's approximately 7.21. So that's our length from here to here. So really what I should be writing instead of the D is the notation that AB, the length of AB is equal to 2 radical 13, or approximately 7.21. You could think of this instead of using that formula as Pythagorean Theorem. Just about everybody knows that Pythagorean Theorem, you have A and B and the hypotenuse is C, and you say A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Well, if we look at the distance here of X right here going across, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces across. 6 squared. How many spaces going up? Let's change this to blue. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 spaces going up is equal to C squared as the total length. So then we've got 36 plus 16 equals C squared. Now look at that. 36 plus 16 will go back a frame. See, up here, 36 plus 16. It's the same thing. So Pythagorean Theorem is the distance formula. So we're going to get the exact same answers we got right there. That's it in a nutshell. So thank you for watching.